Happy New Year. Happy 2023. This is still the first week of January. So many of you may have already written your goals for the year or your New Year resolution. Some of you may not be into New Year resolutions, but I think we all, at least, whether we write resolutions or not, we at least set intentions for the year or things we want to work on for the year. But as you are writing your goals, as you are writing your business goals, your personal goals, I don't want you to forget about your relationship. I think it is very important that if you are going to have a healthy relationship, I think you have to be intentional. You have to be intentional about how you guys grow together. And so I think relationship goals are a good way to kind of keep that commitment to each other and to having a healthy relationship. And so I think it's easy to, sometimes it's easy to sit down and write goals like, oh, we want to travel more, or we want to do this for the kids, or we want to have date night once a week. Though if you can do that, that's great. But I think sometimes it's not always as easy to identify tangible things to set, or tangible goals to set as a couple. So I want to give you 3 questions that you should ask each other, to help facilitate the conversation before you even sit down to set your goals, just to make sure that the goals that you are setting are actually helping you to build a healthier relationship. So here are 3 questions that I think that you can ask each other to move you closer to a healthy relationship. Now, these questions are from my Perfect Partner card game, the couples edition. I created this card game because I feel like communication is something that is difficult no matter who you are. And so I created this game. It's 50 questions. They are based in emotional intelligence. And the purpose of them is to help facilitate sometimes those difficult conversations that people aren't so easy to bring up on their own. But I think it's also to help you just give you different tools to build a healthier relationship. So the 3 questions I give you are from the Perfect Partner card game. And let's get into it. So one question that I think that you should ask each other before setting your relationship goals is, what would make our relationship healthier? Right? And so as you are asking these questions, make sure that both of you are listening and that you are respecting both responses, right? Both partners need to be heard, and whether you agree or not, right, it's their point of view, and so you have to at least respect it. And so when you think about, what would make our relationship healthier, and when they answer this, right, don't take it as a jab. Don't take it as, them just coming at you that you aren't a good partner, right? We all have room to grow, and sometimes it's not easy or comfortable. It can be uncomfortable to hear, right, that we're not perfect and we're not doing the best ever, right? But that's why we have this feedback, right? Nobody is perfect, and so you are going to misstep. And so it's just important to make sure that you are acknowledging what it is your partner says would make the relationship healthier. And I think once you both discuss, what you've shared, you may be surprised that you may be thinking the same thing, or, it may be one-sided. It may be. But once you both share what it is you think could make your relationship healthier, then figure out what goal you need to set for that to happen. So if you say one thing that will make your relationship healthier is spending more time together, then that may mean that your goal is to have date night at least twice a month, right? And so, but I recommend taking it a step further, actually marking those days off on the calendar, at least for the next couple of months, right? And then when those pass, then do it for the next couple. Make sure that you are being clear about your goals and that they are actually helping you to move you towards your goals. So whatever you identify as a couple that you need to work on, or that would make your relationship healthier, right? Make sure that the goal actually is going to move you towards, right, that thing that you want. Like that. So the second question that you can ask before setting your relationship goals, in this season of your life, what do you need from me as your partner? This is like one of my favorite questions to ask when it's time to check in, right? And I recommend that you check in every 4 to 6 months, or you feel like something is different, because we all go through seasons in our life. And you may not necessarily recognize when your partner is going through a different season, or the season has shifted for your partner. And as that season shifts, what they need from you may also shift, right? If they are starting a new job, it may mean that they need you to pick up more slack at home with the kids, right? If they are starting a new business, maybe they need you to be more gracious, or be more emotionally supportive in that season, right? This is one of my favorite questions because I think it helps you to reconnect with your partner, right? Some of you have been together for months, years, maybe even a decade, and who you were and what you needed when the relationship started, who you were and what you needed last year, you may very well need something different right now, right? Especially if they are going through a big season shift. Like, a lot of people I know quit their jobs during the pandemic, and they're trying their hand at this whole entrepreneurship, right? And so even if you aren't an entrepreneur and you don't understand, or you don't understand what your partner has going on, ask them. I think that is the best way to know exactly what it is that your partner needs. Ask them, what is it that you need, or how can I support you in this season? How can I make sure that you are, getting up every day and just being the best version of you? What is it that you need from me that I can do, right? And then whatever that is, whatever they tell you, right, you know that is a relationship goal to add to your list. And the last question I think that you can ask, or another question, doesn't have to be the last. The last question that I'm going to give you is, what's one thing you would like for me to work on? Now, I know, sis, this may be uncomfortable to hear, but lately, for whatever reason, I have been talking to men, and it seems like a lot more lately, been telling me, right, they have a problem with communicating with their wife or their girlfriend. And they say the problem is, right, I am telling her what the problem is. I'm telling her, giving her the feedback. She gets upset. She gets offended. She's, crying. You hate me. Right? And that's not fair, right? You're not perfect, sis. Sometimes you are the problem. But the fact that he is communicating that to you, that means that he is still committed to the relationship. He's still committed to you. And so that is absolutely a good thing. You don't want a situation where they or your partner is no longer communicating to you the things that they want and need, because that means they have given up on you and the relationship. Right? And so, as difficult as it may be to hear, as uncomfortable as it may be, right, that constructive criticism is going to be vital for your relationship to be healthy. Okay. So those are the 3 questions that I recommend that you, sit and ask each other when you are thinking about setting your relationship goals. So, what would make our relationship healthier in this season of your life? What do you need from me as your partner? And what's one thing you would like for me to work on? Right? Have those conversations. Maybe the conversation, goes a lot deeper, and that is totally fine, right? That is the point of the Perfect Partner card game, right? My goal is to give you the tools to build and maintain a healthy relationship. So if you are interested, they're actually on sale now. I will leave the link below to my website where you can purchase them. I'm interested to hear from you. If you ask your partner these questions, let me know how it goes. Or if there are other questions that, you think are important, right? Let's help each other out, right? Let's help each other out, right? We can all learn from each other. So if there are other questions that you have found to be very helpful in your relationship and helping you guys build or maintain what you have going on, leave a comment below, so other people can, hear from that. If you are looking for other questions, like I said, this game, the Perfect Partner card, there's 50 questions here. And, it's to help you strengthen your relationship. I look forward to hearing. I look forward to, hearing about your goals. Like, let me know what comes of this conversation. And I will talk to you next time.